Hey everyone! Welcome back to the channel! Today we're diving into something incredibly powerful that could completely change the way you lead, think, and run your business. We're talking about Diaries of a CEO by Steven Bartlett. Steven Bartlett is an entrepreneur, a founder of Social Chain, and a multi-millionaire who has made a huge impact in the world of business and leadership. In this book, he shares his journey, his struggles, his triumphs, and most importantly, the lessons he learned along the way. Whether you're a CEO, an entrepreneur, or just someone looking to level up in life, Steven's insights are gold. So sit back, grab a cup of coffee, and let's dive into some of the most eye-opening and game-changing ideas from Diaries of a CEO. Let's go! Part 1. The Power of Inconsistent Leadership. Now, if there's one concept that will completely blow your mind in this book, it's inconsistent leadership. Hold on, isn't consistency one of the cornerstones of great leadership? Well, Steven Bartlett would argue otherwise. In fact, he says that the best leaders are the ones who are inconsistent. Wait, what? Here's the thing. Leadership isn't about following a rigid set of rules for everyone. It's about understanding that every individual is different, with their own unique needs, motivations, and ways of responding to situations. A great leader is someone who is emotionally adaptable, able to shift their approach to meet the needs of each person on their team. Imagine you're leading a team where each member is motivated by something different. One person might thrive when they're pushed to their limits with tough feedback, while another might need more gentle encouragement and emotional support. As a leader, you need to recognize those differences and adapt. By being inconsistent, but in a calculated and thoughtful way, you can create an environment where people feel understood and are motivated to perform at their best. Part 2. Understanding people, the secret to effective leadership. In Diaries of a CEO, Steven says that the true secret to leadership lies not in strategy or tactics, but in understanding people. Think about it. You can have the best business strategies, the most cutting-edge technology, and the best systems in place. But if you don't understand your team, what drives them, what they fear, what they aspire to, you're never going to unlock their full potential. Great leaders know that every person on their team is unique. Everyone has their own story, their own background, their own insecurities, and their own desires. And as a leader, it's your job to understand all of that. When you tap into your team's emotions, motivations, and personal goals, you can inspire them to give their best. But how do you do that? How do you understand someone deeply enough to motivate them effectively? Steven argues that great leaders are able to build strong relationships with their team members, often on a very personal level. It's about talking to them as individuals, getting to know them and making them feel heard and valued. Part 3. Leadership Beyond Strategy. It's all about connection. Now you might be thinking, but I thought leadership was all about strategy and tactics. Don't great leaders know exactly what needs to be done to win? And Steven Bartlett would say, yes, but it's more than that. Leadership is about connection. Connection with your team, connection with their emotions, and connection to a larger purpose. Steven writes in the book that leadership isn't just about focusing on outcomes. It's about building a culture of trust and understanding within your team. When you lead with empathy, when you understand the emotions of your team members and respond in a way that makes them feel supported, that's when you'll see real growth. Leaders who are emotionally available to their teams, who listen actively and adjust their leadership style based on the needs of the individual, are the ones who build strong, high-performing teams. It's not just about making decisions, it's about making decisions that serve the team and that empower everyone to feel valued and engaged. Part 4. The Power of Emotional Intelligence. Speaking of emotions, let's talk about emotional intelligence, or EQ. Steven Bartlett talks extensively about the importance of EQ in leadership. In fact, he argues that without emotional intelligence, even the smartest and most strategic leaders will fail. Why? Because people don't just follow logical decisions, they follow people. They follow leaders who make them feel understood, respected, and appreciated. Leaders with high EQ know how to read the room, how to listen actively, and how to respond appropriately to the emotional needs of their team. Sometimes, that means offering a firm word of encouragement when things are tough, and other times, it means knowing when to celebrate someone's success in a meaningful way. What separates great leaders from mediocre ones is their ability to manage their emotions, and more importantly, to connect with others' emotions. By doing so, they create an environment where trust is built, and team members feel safe to take risks and perform at their best. Part 5, Harnessing the Power of People for Success. Here's a powerful lesson from Diaries of a CEO. Leaders don't just manage, leaders inspire. That's the real power of leadership. It's not about being the smartest or the most strategic, it's about inspiring your team to do their best work. And to do that, you need to tap into their hearts and minds. The best leaders know that people are their most valuable asset. When you invest in understanding your team, you can harness their strengths, help them overcome their weaknesses, and build a culture that thrives on collaboration and trust. Steven Bartlett emphasizes that when you connect with your team on a deep level, they feel seen, heard, and understood. This connection creates a powerful environment where everyone is motivated to do their best work and where the entire team moves forward together. Conclusion: becoming the leader you were meant to be. So what's the ultimate takeaway from Diaries of a CEO? Leadership is about people. It's about understanding the emotions, motivations, and needs of your team members. And it's about being emotionally adaptable, knowing when to push, when to support, and when to step back and give your team space to grow. Steven Bartlett's journey shows us that great leadership doesn't come from consistency or rigid strategies. It comes from connecting with your team on a deep level, understanding them as individuals, and helping them become the best versions of themselves. So, whether you're a CEO, a manager, or an entrepreneur looking to level up your leadership skills, remember this: leadership isn't about being perfect. It's about being present, emotionally aware, and ready to inspire your team to achieve greatness. Thank you so much for watching today's summary of Diaries of a CEO by Steven Bartlett. If you found these insights valuable, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe for more book summaries and leadership tips. What are your thoughts on leadership? Do you agree that understanding your people is key to success? Drop your comments below. We'd love to hear from you, and as always, stay curious, stay motivated, and keep leading with heart.